in the dusky shadow of the oak's embrace. There stands an old house on the prairie's face. Its windows blind eyes that once looked on mine, where the whispers of the past through the ivy entwine. Well, that old house called my name in the voice of a lost love's sweet refrain. Rustling leaves and a porch of worn gray, a saddle hangs lonely where we once used to lay. Years past the door hinges learned to creak, just like my bones on this trail I see. The scarf you left still dances in the wind, a specter of silk where our memories are pinned. That old house called my name, echoing walls of a gentle, smoldering flame. Faded trails and a sunset that bleeds in the quiet heart where forgotten love lives. Under the vast sky my confessions lay bare to the roaming sands and the chill night air. An old guitar strums a chord so slight, harmonies lost in the coming of the night. Yes, that old house called my name, a whisper on the wind, a wild untamed flame. With each setting sun and rising moon's game, I'm bound to the land where my heart remains. So I ride these trails where the lonely winds moan, an echo of a call from a place once home. A cowboy wanders but his story is the same, haunted forever by a house that spoke his name. In the gloom of the ashen dawn, by the oak tree's mournful shade, where we carved our names, a world so wide beneath the everglade. Your scarf still dances on the porch, a ghost in the prairie's embrace. Each thread a tale, each hue a sigh, lost in the wind's cold trace. Oh, that goodbye letter called my name, in ink that wept my fate to claim. On a dusty trail where our dreams did roam, now I ride these shadows all alone. The cabin stands a silent shell on the edge of the faded trail. Its door swings soft to yesterday when our love was not so frail. The saddle worn, the gravel path, whispers of your tender grace. Every hoofbeat in the rain echoes a void I cannot replace. Oh, that goodbye letter called my name, in ink that wept my fate to claim. On a dusty trail where our dreams did roam, now I ride these shadows all alone. Under the vast and starlit sky, I confess to the restless plains. Every sunset spills your memory in the hue of blood-red stains. And though I wander far and wide, your shadow by my side remains, a specter of what once was true, shackled in love's unseen chains. Yes, that goodbye letter called my name, a sorrow song, a lonesome flame. As stars above the night reclaim in my heart your whisper just the same. Goodbye, my love, this cowboy soul, forever your sweet claim. As the last note lingers in the wind, the scene fades out like smoke, leaving nothing but the echo of a heart that once spoke. Out where the old oak shadows the rusted cabin door, Eyes Drifts was a girl with eyes like wild river floors. Underneath the crescent moon, by the lantern's lonely light, we traded promises, soft as the dust of the prairie night. Oh, those eyes, they drift through my dreams, across the barren miles and the silver streams. But love, like old trails, fades under time's harsh hand, leaving me a ghost amongst the sage and the sand. Years passed like the slow turning of an old mill wheel, silent towns forgotten before the wind's mournful keel. The scarf she left behind, a splash of red on weathered wood. Nothing stayed the same out here, though I wished it would. Oh, those eyes, they drift through my sorrow, leading me down paths too narrow to follow. But love, like old tales, slips through cracks in the heart, whispering of what tears every dream apart. By the weeping willow where we once lay, I see the shadows lengthen, edges fray. In the cool of the evening, I hear the soft sad sigh of a lone dove calling, as if to say goodbye. Oh, those eyes, they haunt my restless nights, a glimmer of stars lost to the city lights. Yet love, like the oak, stands firm against winds of fate, keeping me bound to a memory I can't unmake. So here's to the roads, gravel and grit, to the porches empty where we'd sit. Eyes Drifts, my dear, in the dust, gentle embrace. Forever you roam, a heartache I can't erase. In the shadow of the oak, where the wild daisies grow, sat an old wooden porch, holding secrets only I know. We carved our names in the rail, under skies vast and blue, where the promise of forever felt honest and true. But the porch stays quiet, the oak tree's grown old, the scarf you left behind turned gray and cold as the sun dips low. In the land of the free, this lonely heart rides trails where you used to be. Time swept in like the rain on dusty forgotten roads. Your laughter's just an echo in the cabins we called home. The saddle sits untouched, its leather cracked and dry, each creak a painful reminder of days long gone by. Still the porch stays quiet, the oak tree stands tall, the wind whispers your name in the twilight's call, with the sun hanging low in a sky so vast and deep. My heart's a lonesome rider through memories I keep. Beneath the endless heavens, I've roamed from town to town, but each horizon's painted with the love I hadn't found. The world spins on, the stars watch from above, yet in this silent stillness, all I know is our lost love. Yes, the porch stays quiet under that old oak tree, where our dreams still linger, but you're just a memory as night claims the valley and the stars stake their claim. I'm left with the shadows and the whisper of your name in the chill of the silence where our laughter once roared. The porch stays, but it's you, oh it's you I still long for. In the shadow of the bluff where the old oak tree stands, I found a cracked frame in the palm of my hands, a whisper of a scarf faded red beneath the sun, held the scent of wild jasmine, our days on the run. We rode through the towns just like outlaws at play. That old porch was ours by the end of the day. Oh, the skies tell the tales of the lonesome and tried, and I roam through the echoes of her laugh that died. Like a ghost she's in the winds that the prairie sends my way. In a cracked frame left behind is where my heart will stay. Time washed over the gravel where we once laid our claim. Dust settled on the saddle, ain't nothing feels the same. Quiet haunts the cabin where laughter danced through air. Now it's just the creak and wood and the solace of despair. I trace the fading trails where her boots kick the dust. Each sunset bleeds the colors of the love we once discussed. Oh, the skies tell the tales of the lonesome and tried, and I roam through the echoes of her laugh that died. Like a ghost she's in the winds that the prairie sends my way. In a cracked frame left behind is where my heart will stay. By the dying light I see it clear. All that's left is the rust and the tears as the stars peer down like eyes that didn't know my sin. I whispered to the night, can't hold what might have been. So here's to the silence where old memories hide, to the trails that I wander and the tears I've denied. May the winds carry softly the sorrow I've earned, in a cracked frame left behind with the bridges I've burned. Yes, in a cracked frame left behind is where my heart will stay. Forever wandering under skies of ash and gray. Out where the sunset paints the clouds in morning red, I remember the echoes of the words we left unsaid. Under a gnarled oak tree where our names are carved deep, the land holds the secrets that we swore to keep. Your scarf still hangs on the old porch swing, dances with the wind like a soft forgotten thing. Whiskey echoes in the bottle, the last thing you left behind. Each sip a shadow, sweet and unkind. The trail's grown over where we used to ride. Now I wander these empty cabins where silence resides. Love's a fleeting shadow in the corner of my eye, like the dust that rises then bids the day goodbye. Gravel roads whisper tales of where we used to go, through wild lands and quiet towns now covered in snow. Your laughter haunts the creeks and the cool twilight air. In the jingle of spurs I find you're still there, but the home we built in dreams, now shuttered and old, holds nothing but the cold. Whiskey echoes in the bottle, the ghost of your taste, each sip a memory I can't let go to waste. The path's grown lonely where we once walked side by side. Now I follow fading trails where my regrets reside. Love's a whisper in the wind through the dry, rustling leaves, as I pass beneath the shadows of our weary whispering eves. Sometimes at night, when the stars hang heavy with sorrow, I feel the weight of all our lost tomorrows. In the quiet between each breath I find pieces of you that you left behind. Whiskey echoes, a lonesome lingering sound, a heartbreak penned in the bottles I've downed. Hearing the echo of your laughter and sighs, I roam these empty roads under endless skies. Love's a fading footprint on the dusty trail, a song sung into the wind, too wild to hold, too sweet to fail. beneath the boughs of an old oak tree, where the shadows mix with light. That's where I felt your hand in mine in the coolness of the night. We watched the stars play hide and seek on that worn-out wooden swing. The wind whispered through the town about the love that spring would bring. Timeless road flew with dreams we made underneath that endless sky. Now I roam through silent shades where our echoes bid goodbye. The saddle's worn, the trail's gone cold, but my heart can't seem to fold on this timeless road where memories hold. You're the story left untold. Stands, but you've gone away. The door creaks along with each sway. Gravel roads where we once walked now just pass where shadows talk. Your scarf still hangs by the porch aside, faded now like the tears I've cried. The rains came down, washed tracks away, left me here with the dust to lay. Timeless road flew with dreams we made underneath that endless sky. Now I roam through silent shades where our echoes bid goodbye. The saddle's worn, the trail's gone cold, but my heart can't seem to fold on this timeless road where memories hold. You're the story left untold. Seen the sunset on our line. Time may heal, they often say, but some looks never fade away. I journey on through dusk's embrace, searching still for that sweet grace. Timeless road flew with dreams we made. Love once burned beneath the stars. Now I walk this path alone, guided by the night's old scars. The saddle's torn, my heart's outworn, yet in dreams your last reborn on this timeless road where I roam forlorn. Part of me will always mourn. Out where the wild roses used to climb, near the sleepy town by the county line, old oak tree marks where we'd meet. Shadows stretch long, memories bittersweet. That porch swing creaks with ghostly tales of whispered loves when all else fails. Memory haunts like a lone coyote's cry underneath that vast unending sky. Riding through these plains, just me and my sorrow. Trails gone cold in the dust of our morrows. The cabin stands, but the light's long gone, like the laughter we shared till the break of dawn. Saddle worn and your scarf still blue, but nothing feels right without you. Gravel roads where we once roamed, now just pathways to what we'd own. Memory haunts like a lone coyote's cry underneath that vast in shadows where the wild winds blow, holding on to a ghost in the twilight's glow. The rain taps soft on the window pane, echoes of steps calling your name. In the silence where I found my fears, the dust settles deep, as do my tears. So memory haunts like a lone coyote's cry, echoing through these fields where my heart lies. Each sunset burns, then fades out of view, lost in the twilight, lost without you. As the stars peer down from a sky so vast, I'm holding on to echoes of the past.
There's an oak tree just past the hill where silence talks and time stands still. Its roots hold stories left unsaid and bark like paper for the dead. I rode there slow, my hat pulled low. The sky burned gold, the wind moved slow. I pulled my knife and carved one line, the name I swore was once just mine. I buried my name beneath the oak, no cross, no stone, no preacher spoke. Just one last breath, one last vow to leave behind the man I was somehow. I didn't cry, I didn't choke, just carved and dug in prairie smoke. No eulogy, no farewell cloak, I buried my name beneath the oak. The grass was tall, the dusk ran deep. The sky looked down as if to weep. The crows flew low, the breeze was dry, and somewhere coyote said goodbye. I left no note, no kiss, no trail, just saddle creaks and one exhale. And if they ever ask of me, say he rode west where souls run free. I buried my name beneath the oak, where hearts go quiet and fire folk spoke, where thunder dreams and horses roam, and men like me find peace alone. Don't sing no song, don't light no flame, just let the dirt forget my name. Let wind and stars the story cloak, I buried it beneath the oak. Some folks die in towns and beds, but me, I chose the sky instead. No one owns the wind you see, and now the wind remembers me. I buried my name beneath the oak, then turned my back and didn't look. The sun went down, the world went wide, and I rode off with no one by my side. If you hear hooves where no one spoke, it's just the man who left his name beneath the oak.
Out by the ridge where the red oak grows, I made a fire in the cold shadow's throes. Her scarf still dances on the porch old wood, where we swore forever, misunderstood. The night whispers secrets in the wind softly. Oak leaves rustle, tales of what used to be. Under that vast endless sprawl of starlit embers, each flame cracks the dark. Lonely fire remembers. Lonely fire, oh how you burn. Echoes of soft laughter and the slow yearning churn. The warmth has faded, now just ash gray and tender. In the glow of lost love, my heart still surrenders. Now the trail's overgrown, the cabin's bare, gravel roads leading nowhere, just to old despair. Her saddle's empty, on the fence it's worn, just like the heart I've carried, tattered and torn. Rain taps the roof in a rhythmic, mournful song. Each drop of memory, where did I go wrong? Dust rises then settles in the quiet of the plains, treading old paths where only silence remains. Lonely fire, oh how you burn. Echoes of soft laughter and the slow yearning churn. The warmth has faded, now just ash gray and tender. In the glow of lost love, my heart can't but surrender. Was it the wild land or the wandering ways that stole the colors from our golden days? I'm left with an echo, a shadow in the breeze, her whisper in the leaves. Remember me, please, lonely fire. You're all that's left, burning through the night. Of warmth I'm bereft, yet in your ashes, her memory I tender. In the cold silent night, my soul still remembers. So I sit here a while, let the embers die down. In the heart of the night, in this quiet little town, with the ghosts of the past in the dance of the flames, I'll remember her laugh as the lonely fire wanes. Neath an old oak tree shade, I found a wagon wheel worn by the journey it made. Sitting there, I traced the spokes and saw your scarf so light, flutter like a ghost dance in the fading evening light. Oh, wagon wheel held tight in hands that now are gone, rolled us across the wild plains to dreams now overdrawn. Creek whispers your name through the willow's mournful sigh. Underneath that oak tree is where my heart lies. The cabin's now empty where your laughter filled the room. Porch is silent and dusty under Neller and Calle's gloom. Saddlebags packed with dreams now just collect the rain. That lone gravel road won't hear you sing again. Oh, wagon wheel held tight in hands that now are gone, rolled us across the wild plains to dreams now overdrawn. The wind carries sorrow where our wildflowers used to bloom. In the heart of the empty cabin, I still wait in the gloom. The sunset burns just like the tears that I've cried. Each twilight a reminder of the love that's died. But these wandering trails, they keep calling me to roam, searching for what was lost in this vast starlit dome. Oh, wagon wheel held tight, memories etched in rust. Every spoke a story of love, life, and dust. As the night claims the sky and the stars light up like fire, I hold on to the wheel, entrapped by my heart's wire. Oh, wagon wheel held tight, rolling into the night. I'm a ghost on these plains, faded from the sight. Down by the creek, where the wild oaks grow, I first saw her in the spring soft glow. Her laugh was a melody, played low and sweet, under the shade where our two worlds meet. But now the oak leaves will whisper her name into the breeze. My heart walked away with hers beneath those ancient trees. The sunset paints her memory across the sky, but under these stars alone, all I do is cry. We shared our dream on an old porch swing, her scarf a splash of color in the autumn's cling. The cabin's empty where laughter used to ride, only dust dances now where our secrets used to hide. And the oak leaves still whisper her name into the breeze. My heart walked away with hers beneath those ancient trees. Every sunset steals a color I used to know, leaving just shadows where we used to glow. By the gravel road I pause and see her trace. In the fading trail, a gentle, lingering grace. What's gone is gone, like the river's endless flow. She's a part of every place I go. Yes, the oak leaves will whisper her name into the wind, a reminder that some loves once lost never end. Now every sunset lets her memory invade. Silhouettes of what was in the twilight start to fade. The wind carries away the song of our yesterday. Heart walked away, but her soul's here to stay. Underneath those aging oaks, where the wild horses drank, lies the shadow of a cabin and the abandoned ranch sank. Once a haven thick with laughter, wrapped in morning's gold embrace, now just whispers on the gravel memories time can't erase. Oh, her scarf still sways on the porch like a signal in the breeze. Each night we tied in silence, now just secrets that I keep. As the sunset paints the prairie, it's her eyes that light the skies. But beneath the stars I'm wandering, alone with my goodbyes. The old saddle's cracked and weathered, just like the lines upon my face. The years have rolled like thunder, something lost that I can't replace. The town's a quiet whisper, trails fade where we once roamed. In a land of endless roaming, no trail leads me home. Her scarf still sways on the porch like a ghost I can't release. Each knot a story buried in the silence of the peace. Dust lifts where we once danced, night settles on my skin. Her absence cuts through canyons where my heart once wandered in. By the oak tree I remember promises like falling rain, words we left unspoken, now just echoes of the pain. And in the quiet of the evening, when the wind calls out her name, I see it's not the land that's empty, but my heart that bears the stain. Her scarf still sways on the porch, a relic of the breeze, a tapestry of moments lost in time's unyielding seas. As the sunset fades to darkness and the stars refuse to glow, the ranch lies there abandoned, but it's me who can't let go. Where the wild horses still remember and the oak trees gently sway, in the heart of every cowboy, some loves never fade away. Out on the back road drifts by the oak tree's mighty bend, where the sunset paints the dust, I recall your scarf of red. We danced beneath the stars on that rough old wooden porch. Your laughter mingled with the breeze in those days before the scorch. And oh, how the winds cry out your name along the lonesome prairie where my heart lays claim. Each dusty trail a line from a forgotten song, and back road drifts, my love, is where you belong. Years wore down the leather of my saddle and my skin. Gravel roads took you away with the rains that rolled in. That old porch now creaks alone, cabins empty of your light. I wander with the shadows stretch into the night. Oh, how the winds cry out your name. In the silence of the wild, does the echo feel the same? Each withered oak a testament to dreams we can't revive. On back road drifts, my dear, our love no more to thrive.
rivers never ask the mountains about their missing snow. Why then do I seek your warmth in every cold wind's blow? An old scarf left behind on a branch, it gently sways, a token of the past in the twilight of our days. So listen to the wind, hear it sing the saddest hymns of a cowboy lost in time in the back road drift's dim whims. But every sunset's fire and each trail's dusty end brings me back to you and the heart I can't mend.
In the shadow of the oak, where the wild daisies grow, she laughed under sunbeams through the breezes that blow. We carved our names slow in the height of the wood, promised forever in that old neck of the woods. Her scarf in my pocket, her touch soft as rain, in that dusty old cabin, now silent again. Dusk closed her eyes on the edge of the day. The prairie wind whispers, but she's faded away. Sunsets bleed red over trails she once rode. In the heart of the cowboy lies the weight of this old. Years tumbled like tumbleweeds past porches and gates. Her laughter's a ghost in the town that time ate. Where once we danced close, only shadows now sway. The dust settled thick where boots used to lay. An old saddle empty by the door stands alone. Every creak in the board moans for love that's long gone. Dust closed her eyes on the edge of the day. The prairie wind whispers, but she's faded away. Sunsets bleed red over trails she once rode. In the heart of the cowboy lies the weight of this old. Oh, I've roamed far and wide under vast starry skies, but her whisper rides the wind through the silence it flies. Each town feels too crowded, every road leads me back to the dust-covered memories, the love that I lacked. Dust closed her eyes, and it's there she'll remain, bound up in the soil, in the sun, in the rain. As the night curtains fall and the loneliness cries, with the dust in my throat, I'll remember her eyes. Though the trails all grow cold and the songs all unplayed, in the dust closed her eyes, where my heart's ever stayed. Guitar strum a farewell as the sky turns to gray. A cowboy sings softly as the daylight slips away. In the shadow of a weathered oak tree, I carved our names in the skin of the earth. Underneath that boundless cerulean sweet, where silence cradles the wild land's hearth. You laughed on the porch, scarves in the wind, dreams as vast as the open plains we roamed. Hand in hand where the old world thinned, in a quiet town we almost called it home. But love shut the door with a whisper, not a roar. Left me riding trails where shadows stretch and sigh. Every sunset paints your face on the clouds I chase. Love shut the door, yet still your memory never said goodbye. Now the cabin stands empty on the ridge, window staring blank at the turning skies. Gravel roads once danced beneath our feet, now just stir dust with my lonesome cries. The saddle's worn like the heart I've borne, cross miles that stretch between now and then. Each nightfall I haunt the places we'd sworn would be ours till time drew its final pen. Love shut the door with a whisper, not a roar. Left me tracing lines where our laughter used to lie. Every raindrop writes your name in the mud beside my boots. Love shut the door, and the silence never lets you die. Oh, the world's a stage, and I'm but a shadow fading in the twilight of a love that burned too bright to hold. As the stars emerge, I reckon they're parading all the stories of a warmth now turned to cold. Yes, love shut the door with a whisper, not a roar. And I'm a ghost on these hills, draped in the echoes of your sigh. Every path I walk's an echo of the ones we once explored. Love shut the door, I reckon some hearts never say goodbye. Love shut the door, here under this big sky I still try. The gravel meets the old skyline, found an oak tree marking time, carved our names in that rough-hewn hide. Beneath its branches our loves did bide, winds whispered through the leaves did dance, held her close, stole a chance, her laughter echoed wild and free, a melody just for me. But now that oak tree burns in the fires of the past, smoldering roots and memories that last. Silent ash falls where our laughter once lay. Oh, how I miss her more each passing day. Seasons turn to scarf in the wind, that old porch knows we won't dance again. Her path led her past the county line, left me with the echoes of what was mine. Old cabin's empty, the door still sways, echoes of footsteps in better days. Horse stands ready, but my heart just yearns for the love that lived where that oak tree burns. Now that oak tree burns in the twilight's fading glow, each ember sparks the pain only wanderers know. Stars dust the sky, but her light's what I crave, lost in the shadow of the love we gave.
each trail a memory, every vista spells her name. And though the dust may settle and the rains may wash clean, her smile's a ghost in every place I've been. Yes, the oak tree burns, a beacon of what's gone. In the silence of the wild, her memory still dawns. The fire may die, but my heart forever yearns for one more sunset where that oak tree burns. Oh, in dreams I see her where the oak tree burns. Out where the oak tree shadowed the dust-laden trail, I met her wild heart in a soft-spoken tale. Under the canvas of a twilight so lush, by the bend where the river sings hushed. Oh, Canyon died young in the arms of the dawn. Her whispers still dance in the breeze that's now gone. These old boots tread paths where our laughter once lay. In the echoes of sunset, I'm losing my way. We carved our names on the side of an old wooden porch, watched seasons turn while holding a torch. But the winter came harsh, stole the warmth from her hands, left me wandering alone through these lands. Yes, Canyon died young as the night stole the morn. Her scarf caught the wind, now tattered and worn. These old boots tread paths through the silence they stray. In the shadows of moonlight, I'm fading away. And there by the hearth of an empty log cabin, I ponder the fire, how it glows much like passion. A heart can't spark flames, yet in ashes truths lie, like the dust of the trail when it's dry. Canyon died young with the stars as her crown. In the quiet of the night, I lay my heart down. These old boots stop at the edge of our dreams, where the river runs silent and the past softly gleams. Oh, Canyon, my love, in the breeze hear my cry. In the land that we love, must a good then. By the willow where the creek used to sing, I carved our names in the bark of an old oak tree. The sun dipped low like it knew we had dreams. Now it's just shadows and whispers and a cool evening breeze. Memory drifts like dust on the trail, scarf you left on that old porch bed. Gravel roads echo where your laughter once flowed. An empty saddle and our dreams now foreclosed. Rain taps like fingers on a lonely window pane, whispering secrets of a love that waned. Memory drifts like dust on the trail, through abandoned cabins and past rusted rails. Every sunset bleeds the same deep red as the scarf you left on that old porch bed. Beneath the vast prairie sky, I reckon time's a thief in a ceaseless ride. But every star up there is a story we told, burning bright but old, growing cold. Memory drifts and I'm left here to stand, with nothing but your shadow slipping through my hand. Those fading trails, they still call my name, but darling, without you it just ain't the same. Yes, memory drifts and I reckon it's time to ride into that sunset where our old love still shines.
In the shadow of an oak where the wildflowers lie, I first saw her laughing under sapphire skies. Her hair danced with the wind on that old porch swing. Memories like dust on my worn out jeans. The sun dipped low, in her eyes the glow set the world ablaze with dreams only we know. Swing closed her eyes, now the stars don't shine. Empty trails, her whispers cling to pines. Every sunset bleeds the color she once drew. In this heart, her absence whispers through. Years flew like the leaves in the autumn air. That swing grew old, the oak stood bare. The cabin's quiet where laughter once played, only echoes of footsteps that slowly fade. Where once was a fire, now lies cold ash. Her scarf in my hands under heaven's vast. The swing closed her eyes, now the stars don't shine. Empty trails, her whispers cling to pines. Every sunset bleeds the color she once drew. In this heart, her absence whispers through. On this gravel road where our dreams once roamed, I wander with the ghost in silence alone. The prairie sings a lonesome, heartfelt tune under the same old moon she loved in June. The swing closed her eyes, now the stars don't shine. Empty trails, her whispers cling to pines. As the night seals the edges of the lonely sky, my soul knows some echoes never die. So here